Welcome back to the Thinking Crypto Podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify, Apple, or Google, please leave a 5-star rating and review. It supports the podcast and it doesn't cost you anything. This content is brought to you by Uphold, which makes crypto investing easy. I've been using this platform since 2017. They're one of my go-to exchanges. They have 10 plus million users, 250 plus cryptocurrencies, and they're available in 150 countries. If you'd like to learn more about Uphold, please visit the link in the description. Well, my friends, we got some breaking news. Coinbase has officially sued the SEC for clarity on crypto regulations. Folks, this is a landmark moment. And remember, Coinbase is a publicly traded company, the largest exchange in the United States. They have a lot of political influence. They got a lot of capital, and they have been the gold standard when it comes to exchanges running in the United States. They've done everything by the book. They even got the green light from the SEC to go public. But we see corrupt scumbag regulator Gary Gensler is now trying to sue them and send them a Wells notice. So I appreciate them going on the offensive, which is what I've been talking about forever on this podcast. My subscribers, how many times have you heard me talk about we have to go on the offensive? These crypto companies have to come together and sue the SEC. Now, I wish Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, had formed a crypto coalition, as I've tweeted at him like maybe 20 times about this, and pool the resources to sue the SEC, but this is a start. So you got Coinbase suing the SEC, you have Grayscale suing the SEC, and you have Ripple fighting back the SEC over this really dumb lawsuit they did against Ripple for the XRP digital asset. So this is great news, my friends. This is a landmark moment. So let me give you some details here. Here's what Paul Grewal, who is the chief legal officer at Coinbase. Remember, I interviewed him about a month ago, and I actually asked him this question. I said, hey, would Coinbase take legal action? He said, look, that will be a last resort. But we see, I think they're at their point where, they didn't want to poke the bear, so to speak, but they got a Wells notice. So what do you got to do now? Your back's against the wall. You have nothing to lose. You got to fight back. And this is what I've been saying. I've been tweeting at Brian Armstrong about it. Really, really happy to see they're doing this. And here's what Paul Grewal had to say. Today, we filed a narrow action in the U.S. Circuit Court to compel the SEC to respond yes or no to a rulemaking petition we filed with them last July, asking them to provide regulatory guidance for the crypto industry. The SEC is required by law to respond to petitions within a reasonable time, but they have not yet responded to our petition from last July, which is why we filed our action in court today. He said, it is obvious that there is a lack of clarity among our regulators regarding crypto, as even the chair of the SEC has declined to say which crypto assets are securities. And he quote tweeted the video of Representative Patrick McHenry asking Gary Gensler, is Ethereum a security? This took place last week. Gary, of course, could not answer, or he didn't want to, and he started dancing around and giving his templated boilerplate answer. And even other members of Congress grilled him and asked him, hey, is XRP a security? Is Ethereum a security? He couldn't answer, right? Just further showing what a clown he is. And he got exposed and he got grilled big time. Finally, Paul says here, the crypto industry and its users need clear laws and rules to follow that are built for a new technology. Enforcement actions based in incapable securities laws aren't the answers. This is really, really great, guys. I'm really, really happy about this. Once again, the optics are not looking good for Goldman, Gary Gensler, and the SEC. You have, once again, a publicly traded, the largest exchange in the United States suing you. Ripple's fighting back at you, right? A Grayscale is suing you. And remember, we've been covering the Ripple lawsuit and the Grayscale lawsuit, which both look like, they could both beat the SEC. So imagine Coinbase moves the needle here too. The SEC is going to be in trouble. And I hope Circle and all the other big crypto companies sue the SEC as well. Just imagine what's going to happen to the staff there at the SEC, right? They're not going to even be able to think about enforcement actions because these companies are going to get offensive. They're going to put their feet on the neck of the SEC, so to speak. So this is really, really great, guys. Really happy to see this. And Coinbase did a full breakdown on their blog, on their website. So you guys can go read through it. Obviously, it's a lot to read through, but I think Paul Grewal summarized it well there. So we'll see what the SEC has to say regarding this. But we are in a fight, my friends. We are in a war, and make no mistake about it, we have to fight. This is why I've been telling you all, please contact your representatives, email, phone calls, use social media to your advantage, retweet and tweet out the facts that break down the lies and the corruption being exposed, around Gary Gensler and the SEC. We have to do that. We have social media to our advantage. Make content. You don't have to be a professional YouTuber or podcaster. You can make videos. You can make tweets. You can do blog posts. You can do whatever you need to, guys, because we have the internet and social media to our advantage. So please do these things. Now, another great move by Coinbase. They tweeted out today, the community is clearly fired up about sensible crypto policy. Here's how to continue to support. Mint a stand with crypto commemorative NFT. Add a shield emoji next to your Twitter display name. So a bit of a grassroots movement with social media here, and it's called Stand with Crypto. And you can put a shield. You can mint a token here, NFT token, and it has a shield. So once again, just an optics thing. And I know some people are going to say, I don't care about stuff like this, but remember, these things optically have impact. Social media has impact, guys. We've seen it with presidential elections. We've seen it with news. This is the new playing field, my friends. And it's a level playing field because you don't have to be, you don't have to go through a radio station or a news network and pay tons of money anymore. You have it on your phone and it's free. And you leverage hashtags and content and so forth, right? Just using an image can be very powerful. So they said here, the commemorative NFT features a blue shield representing our collective stand to protect and promote the potential of crypto. All proceeds associated with the Stand with Crypto NFT collection on Zora, it looks like here, that's the blockchain, will be donated to vetted organizations through a crypto advocacy round with Gitcoin. We're proud that this collection will support the work of DeFi Education Fund, the Blockchain Association, Fight for the Future, Coin Center, and the Block Fund. So you got some great advocacy groups here who are part of this initiative. So I'm going to take part in this. I haven't done it as yet, but I'm letting you guys know, so you can certainly check it out. It's coinbase.com/standwithcrypto. And of course, you can visit Coinbase's Twitter profile to check it out. So really, really great stuff here. And here's an example, my friends, of the tons of capital that is waiting to go into this crypto market. But I think a lot of them are looking, should we do it here in the United States or overseas? So Blockworks did a report here showing the top 25 crypto VCs by fund size in 2023. They said the top 25 crypto VC funds have collectively raised $47.2 billion. But they have yet to fully deploy it into crypto startups. How will 2023 play out for crypto? So this is the big question, because the regulatory uncertainty is going to cause problems for a lot of these funds that want to invest. And right now, number one is A16Z Crypto. Of course, Andreessen Horowitz, they're a powerhouse, and they got a lot of money, my friends. And they here, they got, what does it look like? $7.5 million. Binance Labs also has 7.5 million. Multicoin 2.8, Pantera at 2.5, and number 5 Paradigm at 2.5 as well. So lots of capital waiting once again to more to go into crypto. But I think a lot of folks are waiting to see what's going to happen. Are there going to be more enforcement actions from corrupt regulator Gary Gensler? More confusion, more Operation Choke Point? We'll have to wait and see. Now, guys, despite these headwinds and these challenges that we're facing, and I've said crypto's not dead, even though Chamath Palihapitiya, I wish he didn't make these statements. He said it recently on his All In podcast, crypto is dead in America. But he's not saying it's dead as the asset class is dead or technology is dead. Of course not. It's here to stay. But in America, he's alluding to, hey, we were having problems. The SEC is ramping up enforcement actions. I don't agree it's dead. I think we are roadblocked, but not dead. And I'll give you examples because the big players are building. Now, before I go further into like Visa and what these other guys are doing, here's a report about a former BlackRock global equities head running crypto fund. Old Street Digital has put together one of the crypto's top teams by TradFi standards for sub $10 million funds. So you're seeing a lot of TradFi folks are launching crypto funds. They're leaving the TradFi industry and going to work in the crypto market. That's a great sign, guys. That's a bullish sign. So Old Street Digital, a London crypto asset manager, that has quietly assembled a team chock full of deeply credentialed investment veterans, has hit a snag, raising the kind of institutional capital its traders are used to trading. Old Street Digital has less than $10 million of assets under management, a drop in the financial bucket for the OSD Chief Investment Officer Gary Clark, handled at BlackRock, where he headed up the traditional finance giant's global equity team. So folks, just think about this. This dude left BlackRock to start a crypto-focused investment fund. Just think about that, right? The times are changing. From 2014 to 2016, according to Clark's LinkedIn, he oversaw a team of US and United Kingdom portfolio managers running more than $30 billion at BlackRock, otherwise known as the world's largest asset manager. Old Street has been pushing to raise the kind of external money its team is accustomed to, according to two sources familiar with the matter, confidential firm marketing materials obtained by Blockworks and United Kingdom FCA regulatory records. So I know some folks are going to say, oh, $10 million, that's nothing. Well, they're just starting, right? So you got to start somewhere. You got to crawl, walk, run, right? But the point is, you have TradFi veterans coming to crypto, starting funds, and they're going to eventually build their capital up, right? We're seeing the money coming into crypto. Just yesterday, I shared with you guys the crypto funding roundup, and we're seeing hundreds of millions of dollars are being raised by different crypto companies. Now, guys, look at this news. And this is coming straight from Visa. Coy Sheffield, who is the head of crypto at Visa, tweeted out today, "We have an ambitious crypto product roadmap at Visa and just opened a few spots for senior software engineers to help us drive mainstream adoption of public blockchain networks and stablecoin payments." He said, particularly interested in experience using GitHub Copilot and other AI assisted engineering tools to write and debug smart contracts. DMs are open. Folks, notice how Fidelity, BlackRock, Visa, MasterCard, BNY Mellon, NASDAQ is slated to launch their crypto custody service at the end of this quarter. Notice they're not getting Wells notices. Notice they keep building and expanding and hiring, right? We talked about BNY Mellon expanding their crypto team last week. Remember that news? Why the juxtaposition, the dichotomy between these two things, right? It's because Gary Gensler and these regulators are fighting on behalf of the incumbents like your Visa, like your BlackRock, your JP Morgan. They are there to stomp out the startups like Coinbase and Binance and so forth who are earning billions so that these incumbents can come in and take over. It's an age-old thing here, right? And it sucks, right, that this is happening, that they can weaponize a regulator who's supposed to be neutral, right, and fighting for the free market. But this is the world we live in right now, and this is why we got to fight back to expose this corruption and this nonsense. But folks, this is why Chamath saying crypto is dead is not an accurate statement, dead in the United States, because I see Visa still building, I see BNY Mellon still expanding, I see Fidelity launching their services. So the two things going in parallel don't make sense, but we know the game that's being played here. So the Coy linked out to the job description and responsibilities, and of course, you gotta understand crypto. And it says here the Visa crypto team is building the next generation of products. Just let me read that again. The Visa crypto team. Let that sink in, folks. Jeremy Allaire retweeted Koi and said, I love seeing Visa leaning into public blockchain networks and payment stablecoins. And of course, Jeremy Allaire is the founder of Circle, which is the creator of the USDC stablecoin. And here, this is some big news around Stellar. So Stellar Lumens. I hold some XLM in my portfolio. It's not much, but Stellar continues to get adoption, and you can't deny that. Well, Franklin Templeton Digital Assets, they tweeted out, we're happy to announce our ongoing partnership with Stellar for FBOXX, the first U.S. regulated mutual fund to use blockchain technology to process transactions and record share ownership. Wow. Guys, talk about real world adoption, right? Here's the headline. Franklin Templeton announces the Franklin on-chain U.S. government money fund surpasses $270 million in assets under management. And of course, they said here the fund's transfer agent maintains the official record of share ownership via a proprietary blockchain integrated system that currently utilizes a Stellar blockchain network for transaction activity. The fund is the first U.S. registered fund to use a public blockchain to process transactions and record share ownership, and is available via Benji Investments app. Folks, this right here is massive. I don't care if you hate Stellar or you don't hold XLM. Just look what's happening. Massive funds are using the blockchain now to tokenize and track transactions and so forth. This is the future. I've been saying it for years now. The token economy, everything on the blockchain, commodities, securities, bonds, investment products, financial products, whatever it is, all on the blockchain, fractionalized. It's pretty amazing. Now, even on the pop culture, media, entertainment side of things, blockchain and crypto is getting adopted. Marvel Studios. Yes, the Marvel that makes comic books that I grew up reading, collecting the Marvel cards as well. I was a big X-Men fan. I still have the comic books. I have a massive collection. Spider-Man, of course, and love Stan Lee and his artwork and all the things that he's done. And we know they've taken their these comic books and made great movies out of them, right? Avengers and so forth. Well, Marvel Studios founder unveils new NFT collection from Mythos Studios. Web3 allows for direct interaction with the community, David Mazel told Blockworks. So we're seeing massive brands, Marvel, Disney, Nike, you name it, are adopting NFTs. And remember, whether you hold NFTs or not, I don't care if you like them or not, you will eventually be using NFTs, which will power your airline tickets, your movie tickets, your different show tickets, right? And you're going to see different brands offer you NFTs to continue your experience and offering them as rewards. So we see Starbucks is also launching NFTs, right? So the NFT collection includes artwork from Mythos Studios, Michael Turner, Peter Steigerwald, and Mazel. The collection includes 1-out-of-1 published colored art, as well as new 1-out-of-1 pieces inspired by a variety of influences, including classic Marvel comics and films, the pop art movement, Marvel's iconic blacklight posters of the 70s, the neon lights of Broadway, and the art and energy of Web3, according to the press release. It sounds like this is going to be minted on Ethereum, because here it says the pre-auction deposit period open on April 24th, and collectors can opt to pay 10 ETH to qualify for a bonus NFT from the Ecos Genesis art portraits, which is a separate collection of 100 art pieces. Folks, this is the future. Whether you like it or not, the token economy is coming. Government, companies, media, pop culture, the entertainment industry, everybody will be using blockchain. I'm glad I'm here early. I'm making money off of it. I'm an early adopter. Yes, there's going to be losers, but there's going to be winners. Amongst these tokens are your Googles, your Amazons, your eBays, your PayPals, and so on and so forth. Go back and look at the .com boom of the winners and losers. And of course, you want to look for real world adoption and the ability for real companies to adopt these blockchains and build on them, right? But there's not a lot of friction for them to do so. They can easily build and tokenize, and they have confidence in the project and the blockchain, folks. So really, really great stuff. I'm excited for the future of this market. Amazing things are happening. And folks, we got to fight though, right? We are in the then they fight you phase. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you all later.